So Preneurs, what are you doing before you go to bed? Is it helping or is it hurting? Well, here we have 12 habits for you to make sure you're successful in business. Let's get right into it. So welcome back, Preneurs. Today's conversation is about the 12 habits that are either helping you or hurting you before you go to bed so you can be more successful in business. And again, I have 12 for you, and I have them split up in a couple of different topics. First one we're going to be talking about is your mind and your body. Another one we'll be talking about today is your social life and maybe even sports. And the last one we'll be talking about is personal development, which really is the silver bullet to get into the next level. So I want to get right into it. I have 4 for each one of them for when it comes to your mind and your body. Why we start off with that one? Because everything starts with your mind, right? So personal hygiene, maintaining your personal hygiene is very key for yourself. It is a great habit to be successful in life and business. That brings us to point number 2, which is sleep earlier. All right, so for yourself, you gotta make sure you have the right amount of sleep to have the energy you're gonna need to get to the next day. So with that, making sure that you have a schedule where you say, you know what, I'm gonna position myself to sleep earlier. I saw that it was this individual by the name of Marky Mark. Some people know him as Mark Wahlberg, right? And he's an actor, right? And he sleeps anywhere at 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, who puts him to sleep? Does he put himself to sleep or the kids put him to sleep? Who goes to sleep first? Because in my house, 7 p.m. is not gonna work to go to sleep. But he's waking up at 2:30 in the morning though, to be able to have his schedule. But what my purpose for you is, what is your schedule going to be to be able to sure that you have enough sleep for you, amount of sleep for you, so that you have enough energy for the next day. Number 3 is dimming your light. So when you enter in the evening, right, when you're coming back home from your work, coming home from whatever the job, whatever departments you're operating, whatever you got going on in the evening, that you turn your lights dim. It's something that it does for yourself to kind of put you in a relaxed mode, kind of focus, to know that you are winding down your day. So dimming your lights can actually help you tremendously. And the last one is prepare your next day's outfit. Why? Because have you ever woke up the next day, maybe you're running a little late, maybe hit the snooze button a little too much on your alarm clock and you're trying to figure out what you're going to be wearing? Well, the next day actually positions you, if you actually prepare for it, to walk into your next day the proper way, saying, you know what, I already know what I'm wearing. It actually eases a lot of stress. You know, and it takes a lot of energy that you had to use was in your mind capacity that you could use for other things as well. So I would highly recommend that you use these 4 things when it comes to your what? Your mind and your body. The next situation I'll be talking about is social life and sports. Okay, so when you're talking about your social life and sports, what are some habits that you can use right now that can increase your success in life and business? Well, number 1 would be set your alarm and literally put it away. How many times have you set your alarm and you hit the snooze button? How many times you set the alarm and you kept changing it? I remember I used to do it all the time and say, you know what, I'm gonna wake up at 5. Then, 30 minutes will pass and say, dang, do I really wanna wake up at 5? let me change that to 5:30. All right, I need that 30 minutes of sleep, right? So once you make the decision and that alarm you put in your phone or whatever you have as an alarm, maybe you use Echo Dot, maybe you use Siri, whatever you have, Google Home, whatever you use as your alarm, do not change it. Set it and put it away. All right, another one is you connect with your loved ones. Okay, a great evening habit that you have is when you come home, if you have children, connect with them, ask them how their day is. What was the best part about the day? What was the ugly part about their day? If you have a spouse, communicating with them effectively about their day, connecting, not just talking, because everyone talks. Everyone communicates, but few connect. All right, really connecting and seeing, how can we be able to enhance each other to a different level, right? So that we have a better relationship. So make sure you connect with your loved ones. Number 3 is unplug all your devices. Now, this is a hard one to do. When you say unplug devices, man, I'm not talking about don't check things that are unnecessary to check. Once you're trying to wind down and try to position yourself for social or sports, unplugging all your device might be don't check your email. All right, unplugging your devices might be don't check your Instagram, don't check your Facebook, don't check your LinkedIn, don't check the nudge that is giving you right now on YouTube. You're not checking it, you're taking all your notifications away, you're unplugging yourself to increase your lifestyle the right way. And the number 4 is evening exercise. Maybe go out on a night run, maybe go on a night walk. Maybe you position yourself to get a quick 30-minute exercise cardio-wise. A couple push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you may be doing in your home. Maybe go to the gym really quickly for 45 minutes. But having an evening exercise is always good as well as a great evening habit to have when it comes again to social or sports if you're looking for great habits to be able to increase your life and also in business. Next is personal development, which is our last topic here today. So when we start talking about personal development, right, how do I increase myself to a higher level of myself? Number 1 one is reading daily. Okay, so what are you reading on a daily basis? And it doesn't necessarily have to mean I have to read a book or anything like that. Maybe you listen to an audiobook. Maybe you listen to a podcast. Maybe you're looking at the newspaper, whatever it is, like newspaper, who still use that today, right? So you look at whatever you need to look at to be able to receive more content that pushes you to a different level. Maybe it's on leadership. Maybe it's on communication. Maybe it's on relationships. Whatever you want to enhance in your life. Maybe it's to position on how to parent better. Whatever it is that you're reading it on a daily basis, so it increases you to that higher level of your expectation. So number 2 is evaluating your day. Okay, so once you can leave and get home, right, in the evening, now you want to say, how did my day really go? Like, what was really good about my day? What was bad about my day? What was ugly about my day? How can I enhance it or get it better? What can I improve on? How can I maybe improve the way I handle those systems? Maybe how I improve how that conversation, those different things in your day, you want to evaluate it so the next day that you're not walking into the same problems, that you actually have a solution already prepared going into the next one. Next one is number 3, which is write things down. Now, in today's society, we all have our phones, and usually we're taking notes in our phones, and we're using either our computers or we're using our tablets. And that's all great and dandy because we have the cloud to be able to hold all our information in so we don't lose it. But writing something down is just something different with it. It etches in your brain differently. So I highly recommend that you keep a notepad maybe next to your bed or maybe next to your chair, whatever it is, when you have great ideas that you're writing it down, and then you transfer that information into your phone or the cloud or wherever you are using for yourself to store it. But it will etch in your brain a lot differently if you are writing it down. And that brings to our last one, which is planning your day, all right, literally for the next day. So before you actually walk into your Tuesday, your Thursday, your Saturdays, your Sundays, and everything else, and within that you're actually planning out what that next day is going to look like. Like, what is your morning going to look like? Do you already know what your meeting's going to look like? What is lunch going to look like? What is dinner going to look like? What is the times even between that going to look like? Who you're networking with? Who you're mentoring? Who's being coached? All these different things that you want to make sure that you already have your task list already prepared that you're walking into, so you don't just wake up the next day and say, well, let's kind of figure it out. No. You're already walking in knowing exactly what you're walking into. Now, of course, there's different variables that are going to take place in our life, but if you have it structured and prepared, you're going to be more equipped to be more successful in your day. So with that, Preneurs, these are your 12 points to help you increase your habits when you get home on the evenings so that we can increase the success that you have right now in your life and your business. Go ahead and tag another entrepreneur, another leader that's looking to be able to increase to a whole different level. But make sure that, again, that you are clicking the notification if you haven't already, so you are literally updated with all the new content we have in the future. And we are excited for you because if we keep increasing 1% daily, we're going to increase our profit, our passion, our purpose all together. We'll see you guys on the next one.